Hello everyone, this is Fawn Towery coming to you from Napa Acupuncture Practice, and today's topic is back pain. Back pain is one of the most popular things that we treat with acupuncture. I would say it's the number one thing I treat here at Napa Acupuncture Practice. So I wanted to talk about how you can help yourself at home with some acupressure if that's something that you're interested in. So the most popular points that I use at the clinic for low back pain are called Lingu Dabai. So there's the thumb bone and then the index finger bone. And where the two of those bones come together, way down here is the first point. So just where those bones come together is called Lingu. And then Dabai is when you go up here, let's see, right before the joint. The knuckle joint there. And I would just do one at a time because you don't have the ability to push on both at the same time. I guess you could try like that. But this is the first one down where the bones come together, and then the other one up there is right before the knuckle. And those are my favorite points for back pain, and they're easy to do because you can do them on yourself on your own hand. And then the other thing is you can do it on both sides. So if you're having more pain on your left side, you're going to use your right hand. And if you're having more pain on your right side, you're going to use your left hand. So we'll go over where they are on the left side as well, just where those bones come together. You can see this easily. The junction of where those bones meet down way deep. You can see that. And then the other one is right before the knuckle on your index finger. So those are Lingu and Dabai, and they're my favorite points for back pain. And remember, if you're having left-sided pain, you're going to use the right side. If you're having right-sided pain, you're going to use your left hand. So those are the first of the points that we have. The next point I want to talk about is also on the hand. It's small intestine 3, and it's really good for neck pain. So anything along this line from here up to your wrist, anything along there that's sore is going to be helpful for treating your neck pain. So anything along there. Up here I think is a little further down on your neck, and then up here is closer to your head. So just play around with it and see if you can find what along there is sensitive. So that's small intestine 3, and then anywhere up to small intestine 4 that is tender will help with your neck. The other point I want to talk about is called pillow neck. That's what my teacher calls it. So so the main point of all these points is bones, right? We like to look for points between bones. So go between your pinky finger and your ring finger and just follow that line down. And when you hit something that's sore, that's pillow neck. And the reason it's called pillow neck is because if you go to sleep and you fall asleep obviously on your pillow and you wake up the next morning and you're having pain, pillow neck, that's what we call it. So that's another good thing that you can do. And again, right side for left, left side for right, and just push on it until you're like, oh, that's sore, I don't want to do it anymore. Sometimes 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. And again, remember the only risk is if you end up bruising yourself. So that's pillow neck. The other point I want to talk about is really good for low back pain that sometimes is related to sciatica. And that is here on your elbow. So the right elbow, right at that bone, is really sore, and that is good for your left hip and back. So the inside of the hip here is good. The inside of the arm here is good for the hip. And then if you go to the back of the arm, that is going to be helpful for, I'll go from a different direction, is going to be helpful for pain like in your butt or pain that goes above your buttocks. So you can just follow it up a little bit. Anything in there that's tender. We'll do the back, like buttocks and above your buttocks. So those are really great points for back pain. The other thing is anything around this circle of your elbow on the upper side of it will help with back pain. So sometimes I'll do like along here, along the large intestine channel, Either of those points can be helpful for back pain. And again, as long as it's tender, you can't do it wrong. So feel free to just push. And if it's sore, then you're in the right place. And those will also help with low back pain. Then I want to talk about the ear. So one of the things that I learned this past year was the back of the ear does tension. So here's my favorite ear model. And along this ridge here, further down on the ear is the neck. And then going up, we'll do the, like, along here is the thoracic and then the lumbar area. So on myself, let's see if I can show you. So here is the hump, which I call the head, the brain, and then right up from it is tension of the thoracic. And so I use my thumb on the back and my index finger. Let's see, how close do you need me to get? That's helpful. And then I just work my way up. And surprisingly, mine isn't very sore today. Usually it is, but it's more sore down towards my neck. So not as much thoracic, more in my neck. And then we'll do it on the other side too. So up here is higher up on your ear, which is lower on your back, and then down here is more for the neck. So anything along there, you just rub up and down on the spine. And then remember this hump right here is your brain. So doing anything along that area will help with anxiety and emotions and stuff. So it's good to rub there too. So then I wanted to talk about some herbs. One of my favorite herbs for neck, shoulder, back pain is called Neckkinder. It has Yanhu Suo in it, which is the #1 pain reliever in Chinese medicine. It's not okay if you're having high blood pressure because it sends energy to the head, but it is really good at moving energy in the upper neck and back. And Chinese herbs are so cool because they have directional capabilities to them. So we have herbs to go to specific parts of the body, like the knees or the neck or different parts of the head. So I always ask people where their headache is because the herbs go to different parts of the head, so you have to choose the right herbs that go with the right part of the head. The other herb that I frequently use for neck and back and shoulders is Sciatica Clear. It's good at moving energy in the lower half of the body. I use it for people who are having pain like sciatica or things like that. It's got frankincense and myrrh in it, and it has Yanhu Suo in it as well. So those are the herbs I have. There's lots of other herbs, but those are the ones that came to mind today when I was thinking about neck and back. So thank you all for tuning in. It's so good to see you, Danielle. Thank you for tuning in from Michigan. And Alona too, I miss you, and I hope you are doing well. And I thank you all for tuning in. And if you have any questions or suggestions of upcoming topics, videos, I would love to hear them. And I look forward to catching up with you all again soon. We're hoping to do a video on Friday. So stay tuned for updates on what time we're going to do the video on Friday. Thank you all for joining us. Bye.